Hello, fellow human. Thank you for joining me on this small sharing of just positive thoughts and emotions, and of me focusing on good. Because I think there's enough bad in the world, you know? I think doing something as basic as this, of just staying positive, just thinking about, you know, the better side of the world, is healthy. And I would like to share this state of mind with everybody I can. Because I'm sure most of the people are very tired and very fatigued of life, of at least the life that's given to us, not the life that we can build ourselves or achieve a better life. And I just want to share some good news that I know. I recently found out there's a Taiwanese company that is fighting ocean pollution, plastic pollution specifically, and they created this big kind of automated robot. The company is called Rhino Shield, I remember that, and I even remember the CEO's name. It's Eric Wang, and he had a very cool photo of him just sitting there in a photo shoot. He looked dashing. Eric Wang looked dashing. And he spent over $2 million making this robot so that it can just by itself go into the ocean and find pollution and just clean it up. And I think it's using like drones. It just scans the ocean around it and everything it finds. I'm not sure if it has some kind of mechanical crab-like hands that picks it up, but most likely they probably have a way better engineering answer to that instead of just my childish imagination of how they clean it up. And that's good. I'm happy that somebody in a position of power is actually doing something, because I'm usually pretty skeptical about philanthropic endeavors that wealthy people go into, but the fact is he did something that is helping the planet and that's helping humans, because when he cleans up the plastic, his main issue was that plastic ends up in our food because it ends up coming to shore. So he decided to fight it, and he's doing a great job. And his company is actually a military grade phone case company, which sounds cool, sounds very cool. But I recently also learned that when a product has the label military grade, it actually means it's not really military grade, not modern military grade, because when it has the label, it means that it got retired from the military and it went to public use. So it's not really military grade anymore. So it's like kind of weirdly confusing, as if when they say it's military grade, is it like, does the modern military use it? I don't know. I just wanted to make this video so that I could just give you basic options how to make yourself feel better, and most of them you know yourself, but having a reminder never really hurts. And it's stuff like just connecting back to nature, in a sense of going out of the city, because most of us are living in the city. Most of the people there that are very stressed are living in the city. And doing something as basic as that is getting a very cheap tent, getting a couple of pots, just some food for a couple of days, because no matter where you're living, there's gonna be a place to camp for you. Maybe it's a couple of hours of a drive, but you can do that. Like, you can just find transportation to go there, and most of the people have cars. Most of your friends probably have cars. And it doesn't have to be a permanent change to feel good always, you know? Because I have personally got stuck in this mindset of, oh, let me stay in the city and grind, and when I finally make it, let me actually go and rest after that. And in the meantime, because it felt so unnerving knowing that I have to leave the city, leave my grind, I would be thinking about making it and doing something, working on my business in the city while being on the vacation, because that really, it really sticks to you like this big viscous black goo that it just doesn't come off. But what I also noticed is every time I go on a out of the city trip, every time when I come back, I'm always glad that I did it. Always. There was not a single time when I went, yeah, that was bad. I always feel good about it. So go grab your backpack, go grab a couple of friends, and go on a small camping. It doesn't take much money. That's kind of the beauty of camping. You just need a tent. If you don't have a tent, there's a lot of cheap tents to go buy. If you have a job, trust me, you can afford it. If you don't have a job, trust me, you're gonna ask around, and there's gonna be a person around you that loves camping and is willing to lend you it. And just spend even the weekend. If you don't have any more than 2 days, just go early Saturday morning and come back Sunday evening. And trust me, like that small interval is gonna be so healing. I noticed that when I traveled to Europe, a lot of, specifically the Netherlands and Germany, and I didn't go to the big cities. Well, I did go to the big city in Amsterdam, but aside from that, the places and the people that I went to, they were quite rural. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Villages. Close to villages. I was going to close to villages. And people there had a good mix of modern life with remote life. It's about having that small balance. And it's so difficult to get out of your weird, discomfortable comfort bubble. But when you do it, I have never a single time thought that it was not worth it. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna have moments, and I don't struggle with moments of doing something as basic as that, to say yes to going out of the city to nature. But I decided to say yes. When I'm offered something in this life, I will do my absolute best to say yes. And it makes sense. You go out there, you'll experience something. Even you experience nothing in nature, that's kind of the beauty of it. When nothing is happening in nature, everything is still alive, everything is still moving around you. Even if there's like no trees around you, the sky is still moving. Even if the sky is clear, you still feel this pulsating heat of the sun on your body, and you still feel alive because of it. And it's nice. It's good. You'll feel good. If you already do that, hey, get your friends on. If your friends already do that, perfect. I feel like more people need to do that. I feel like it should be mandated somehow by law once a month for a couple of 2 days that you have to go out into nature and just sit there and do whatever you wanna. We get so stuck in our apartments, so isolated, and that's not really going to stop this desire of wanting to connect to other humans, other people. I want people to be kinder to each other. I don't want people to forget that humankind has kind in it. And I want to do what I can to help alleviate a bit of stress, a bit of suffering in people. I believe there will be a day where everybody prospers. It sounds like a utopia, and I remember at one of my jobs, my coworker was heavily arguing with me because my worldviews were very utopian. And I don't mind that. She thought I was delusional. Looking at the world, everybody would think I'm delusional. But I believe small steps towards it will make a difference. We as a species have created a lot of beautiful things. And I believe it's in human nature to want to share it with other people. I know it's in human nature to want everybody to feel good, for everybody to eat, for everybody to feel dignity, for everybody to dress good. All I want to say with this small video is that I want you to implement a small relief from the pain of every day that you feel, or help somebody who you know is in that situation to implement that in their life. Remember, depression cannot catch a moving target, so keep on moving. I'll finish my video with that. I want to say thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for being. Thank you for trying. I know you're doing your best, and it's admirable. Have a good life, my friend. Goodbye.